Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome.
Well, hang on. My was in there. Just
Okay.
one more restart.
Welcome.
To the podcast.
Welcome to Speculation About Nonsense.
We're going to be speculating about a lot of nonsense.
We are your hosts, Bronson, and by
Inga,
yeah.
No,
And John off camera. Hi, John. How you doing?
wave to the people.
This was Memorial
Just
Day
wave.
weekend this weekend, so we better post this soon, or else people are gonna know how bad we are at posting this shit on
That's
time.
a good point.
You know,
That's a really
the
good
episodes
point.
are not numbered, and I don't think we
Yeah.
mentioned them, so we
I
can
don't
just
know.
post this before the other episodes that we already filmed.
I don't know what episode this is, honestly, but it'll be a good one. It's gonna be a
on
good one.
another holiday. We'll bleep Memorial Day, or we'll do like terrible Madam Web ADR.
I hope you're all having
over
an
your mouth.
excellent Arbor Day. I don't know when that is. When is that? Is that
I don't
before
know.
this? Okay.
What's Arbor Day?
It's a thing about trees. Or
Is it
like
not-
like
is
arboreal.
it like referencing Ann Arbor?
No, well, I imagine that had to do with trees, but no, it's about trees. It's something about trees.
Welcome to my day.
Welcome to day. So this weekend, I went to San Diego and I went to the zoo.
You should tilt your head more. I don't think it was obvious. There you go.
Did you guys see that?
Yeah, wait. There's a glare. Boom, there you
San Diego Zoo.
go. That did not help in
That's
any way,
right.
shape, or form.
I went because my hair kept. I got the hat because the hair kept getting in my face, so I got a haircut today. That was helpful.
And now he's wearing the hat because he hates the haircut.
Yeah. So San Diego Zoo.
So the hat
It's
was
like
a,
a
good investment,
world-renowned
right?
zoo. Okay, San Diego Zoo is the zoo that everybody talks about, and
It's aight.
it was good. I just kept feeling like there were too many animals that I didn't care about. Like if I could build a zoo, I just want the zoo to have.
Bronson is racist against animals.
No, I'm being a realist here. Nobody gives a shit about your 100 finches. Okay, we just want to see like 30 animals.
So
we want to
listen.
see the koala, the giraffe, the rhino, the lion, the tiger, the bear, the various bears. We don't care about the various forms of gazelle.
Gazelle life.
Lemurs
matters.
are cool, but only the ring-tailed one and the one from Zaboomafoo. The rest can fuck off.
Can I just say the amount of animal discrimination?
The
right
various
now, Bronson.
birds, no one cares about. They're just not interesting. They're weird.
What
They're
about
pointy.
flamingos?
Flamingos, that's an exception. Flamingos,
Okay.
they're good. They're on the list.
I'm shocked.
If
right
they
now.
are in a cartoon, if they are a symbol of Florida, then they're fine. But if they're not,
we're fine with
I don't
symbols
care.
of Florida.
Yeah. Like if I want to see egrets are interesting. The reason that any animal becomes a symbol of Florida is because it's cool. Like a flamingo is a fucking weird bird. Have you seen
I feel
a
like
flamingo
that's
up
more
close?
of a reason why animals become symbols of Florida. If they're just batshit crazy,
Right.
like an alligator.
That's all
It's
we ever.
weird.
That's all
It's
we ever
gross.
want to see. Alligators cool.
I don't
you know?
want to see that.
They're cool. They're interesting. But like there's
so
too many
ugly.
fucking animals. Whenever we were there, we went into one of the aviaries, okay? And there was a little kid and he said to his mom, "Siguiente," which means next. And he was right on the money because it was boring as shit in that aviary. And I just would say that to Ian throughout the day. I'd be like, "Siguiente." This isn't it. But no, it was a massive zoo filled with animals I didn't care about. Like a few of
Bronson
them
doesn't
were
care
cool.
about animals.
I don't care about all of them. You can't care about all of them because some of
Wow.
them just don't do anything for you. You know what I mean? Like the leopard.
What do you mean?
Those are cool. But like if, what's a hippo ever done for me? I don't give a shit. They're just these big bulbous weird animals.
Hippos. Let me tell you something. Okay.
What do they do?
Hippos? I mean, I have no idea what they do. But here's the thing about hippos.
They're
right?
apparently nocturnal. That
So they're just boring
I
during the
learned a
day?
few things. Yeah, they don't do shit.
So you learned something.
I'm fine with them existing. I'm not saying they shouldn't exist. I just don't want to see them at the zoo.
Oh.
I just want to see the interesting ones.
Wow. Bronson just said they can live. They just can't live in my neighborhood.
No, I'm saying if I could construct a zoo I wouldn't waste people's time. These
But
people
hippos
pay a
are
lot of money to
cool.
come to the. No, they're not.
I don't know. Like
Here's what they do. They have shit explosions I've seen on YouTube.
That's
and
disgusting.
they
Why
float
have
around
you seen that on YouTube?
because it came up.
What is your algorithm telling you?
Because it's fascinating to watch. You've got to look this up. Is a hippo shit explosion? Holy Christ, it's interesting.
Wow, your
But-
algorithm.
They didn't have that whenever I went. They were just kind of just fucking
So
around
if
in
the
a
hippos
pool.
had just like shit exploded, you would have been like,
Oh yeah, no, that would have been worth it. So we go over to the polar bear exhibit, The polar
Oh,
bears.
that's so cool.
Polar bears. We waited like 30 minutes for these things to come out. Okay,
They're
because
so cool.
they have signs when you're in the polar bear area that's like, where are the bears? Because that's what everyone's thinking. Because they don't like to come out, I guess. And so
they're shy.
the bear eventually came out, and they had these.
Did it have a rainbow and all that? When it
No, they had ice machines like you'd see at a hotel,
Mm-hmm.
just dumping ice into a pile. It was the weirdest shit I've ever seen. It was painted to look like it was part of the rocks, and it was this big cube ice maker just dripping ice cubes constantly, which I can't fathom why. The thing wasn't even outside. And the bear came out for about half a second and then went right back in.
The bear came
And
out.
that was it for
said,
the bear.
Fuck these people, and then went right back in.
And then they had a
But did the bears
they
look
had
majestic?
a 4D experience called The Bear and the Squirrel that I was so interested in. And how is that a ride? It's a ride, and it's called The Bear and the Squirrel, and it's a ride. How the fuck is that a ride? What do they do that's a ride? You know?
Maybe it's like
It cost $8. I didn't want to spend the money to find out.
I think you should have, because
How
now
the fuck is that a ride? It's just a bear and a squirrel, you know?
Whenever you say the name, I think of Game of Thrones because I'm thinking of the Bear and the Maiden Fair. That episode,
Which one was that?
Brienne with the bear.
I don't remember. It's been a while.
Jamie's hand is chopped off. Sorry, spoilers if you have not seen.
How dare you?
Yeah, that's only the biggest show in the world. So
Oh, is that what that one was?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wait.
When-
there was a. Oh yeah. There was
when
a Brienne
she
of Tarth,
yeah,
right?
Brienne
Right.
of Tarth fighting the bear.
Oh yeah, she was. Yeah, that's right. Okay. No, that
Maybe
wasn't.
maybe that's what the.
I don't think that was
thing
the
is.
ride because
Right.
they
Maybe
had
it's like the squirrel.
they were
has, like-
animated. It was interesting. It was animated by Aardman, the company that did the Chicken Run and Wallace and Gromit. They animated the bear and the squirrel, and I thought, man, an institution has fallen because they used to have good, like they were like the pioneers of claymation, and I feel like the public has spoken. We're not interested in clay anymore, you know. And so now they're doing this shit.
No,
and
so-
it was surprising. But
So what I was gonna say about that is maybe
maybe it was great. I
maybe
don't
the
know. I didn't see
bear-
the movie. I didn't spend the $8 a person to go ride it.
maybe the bear and the squirrel is like the Bear and the Maiden Fair, but the squirrel is Brienne of Tarth.
No, it was a
And-
squirrel.
Squirrel.
It was just a bear and a squirrel.
But maybe the squirrel has to fight the bear.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I
feel
don't know,
that
but
would
that's
make
not
it
a
more
ride.
exciting.
That's
I don't
not
know.
a
Maybe
ride.
like you're in the battle, and you're weaving through us. They're like going at it.
I just would like a trailer at least of what to expect from this. They had like one little clip of a bear and a
Did you
squirrel.
not do it?
No, I didn't, because Ian kept saying we can't, and I wanted to, and then whenever we went, it was like a 20-minute wait, and I'm like, I'm not gonna wait 20 minutes for this shit. Like if it's gonna play right now, I'll do the impulse buy and pay for the tickets.
Well, maybe there was a reason why there was a 20-minute wait because it's that fucking awesome. Because it's an
It
epic
could have been.
battle
It could have
between a
been.
bear, a polar bear. Or what kind of bear?
It was like a grizzly.
Dude.
They
A
weren't
grizzly
real.
bear versus.
It was animated.
It would have been an epic battle, which means
Okay.
they're not limited by reality and physics.
So the zoo, it was interesting, but it was a little big. And then yesterday we went to SeaWorld, because also a major San Diego institution. It was great. It was okay. So
Okay, John is making a face right now.
I don't think you're supposed to like SeaWorld anymore.
SeaWorld is so fun, man. Like I don't know,
But they like torture their animals.
no, they don't. I saw that documentary. I know what you're talking about. It's not true. Like
do you
there's a
know?
lot of stuff that people who were involved in the documentary have come back and said, yeah, this is not what they were telling us it was. It's like, here's the deal. So SeaWorld, all they do is talk about how they rescue animals, and I don't know enough about the
Sounds like someone who's hiding something.
Dude, they're in like jail. That's
Who?
what SeaWorld is.
SeaWorld's in jail?
No, like the animals. The dolphin. Like imagine just being in a pool. your
Okay,
whole
but
life.
like some of them, no, they release them. That's what they say they do.
I thought a lot of them like die real young.
Okay,
in
Okay,
Can
so
I
here's,
just
here's
say-
what I will say. I think I was reading on Wikipedia. It was like in 2015. The head of SeaWorld San Diego. I'm gonna look this up so I'm not mistaken, or at least if I am wrong, it's Wikipedia's fault. SeaWorld controversies.
Okay, can I just say though?
It's
you
a fun
cannot-
park to visit. Okay, you know.
But can I just say though, you cannot have a problem with SeaWorld and be okay with zoos. They're the same fucking thing. They are. So everyone's saying, "Oh, SeaWorld."
No, I don't want anything bad to happen to
I mean,
animals.
No. I'm not talking. This is not
Yeah.
against you, but it's like all the people saying, "Oh, we're not supposed to like SeaWorld," but also have no problems with like zoos. It's like they are kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
SeaWorld's just a seed zoo.
Yeah.
Right. Here's the
But
okay.
they force their animals to do tricks for humans,
Okay, so
as if we don't have pets and we teach them tricks.
where did it? Okay, maybe it was on the SeaWorld San Diego page, but they
That is
basically
propaganda, Bronson.
So the
By
guy,
SeaWorld.
they said that they were going to start phasing out orca shows in 2015. Lo and behold, it's almost a decade later. They're still alive and well.
Oh
That
my
part.
God!
I'm
Isn't
like-
it crazy to think
I'm
that
like,
2015
How
was 10
did
years
he
ago?
phase out a fucking orca show? What is the phase process? I'd like to know the steps.
See, they
Because
go from like 10 shows
it's
a
either
day
you
to
have
only
it,
5.
you have the show, or you don't have the show. And the truth is, people go to SeaWorld because they want to see orcas doing shit. That's what they go for. That's the whole business that they have. We don't go for fish. You could get them at any aquarium. You go
know,
because
orcas
you
have,
see
like,
killer
language.
whales doing flips.
They're like that smart. They have like language. Like,
Yeah,
like but
they're
different
brilliant.
pods have different like, and we're just
They can mimic each
we're
other.
just making them just go through hoops and
Well,
for a
they didn't
little-
go through any hoops.
no, like literally like tricks and stuff.
No,
you
but
know?
they do those things anyway. They were showing me in their show. It's called Orca Encounter, I think was the name of the show. And they were like, this is the stuff that they do in nature. And they had like videos showing them doing all the things. Like they like bob their head up. They call it spy hopping. They breach, which is whenever they do the big jump that's super majestic and shit. And they were doing that. And they would give them fish. They eat ice cubes. They really like ice cubes, apparently. And it was great. And it was interesting, though, that I think the big thing that's different compared to previous shows is they no longer have the trainers in the water doing things. Like, they don't have people riding them anymore.
Yeah,
and that was
one of them fucking died.
that was the thing.
One of them got
with,
eaten
Yeah, she was drowned.
by
Dawn-
an orca. By an orca,
I don't.
right?
Yeah, it was, but I don't know. I don't know all the details. I can't speak on behalf. All I can speak on is the consumer experience, which is a great one. If you go to SeaWorld, you're gonna have a good time. But I don't wish anything bad on any of these animals. I hope that they're all treated fairly the way that SeaWorld says that they do. And if anything bad is happening, then obviously I don't want that to happen. But it's a fun park, okay? It's a fun damn park. You can see sea lions. They have a sea lion show where sea lions like run around and they like mimic all of the actions of the trainer,
Dude,
like
that
to
should
the
be
Mission
Disney's
Impossible.
next movie.
It was so fun.
The Sea
okay?
Lion King.
And the Sea Lion King.
Or the Sea Lion Queen, to make it different. Because
That's too many changes. You got to do one or the other. Okay.
the Sea Lion King?
It was too many things.
The Sea Lion Queen.
See, you've lost me.
Yeah, no, the Sea Lion King.
Sea Lion King. Yeah, see, that's fine.
It's the exact same plot as the Lion King, but with sea animals.
Yeah, so the sea lions were really cute. They're basically like dogs. Like they look more like dogs than cats. I don't know why they call them sea lions. I mean the whiskers, but dogs have whiskers, don't they? I think.
Yes.
Why?
Is that the reason?
a question?
Yes.
Because
Like,
no,
do
that's
dogs
the
have
only thing
whiskers?
that's the commonality between the sea lion and the regular lion. I saw the regular lion the day before, and I didn't see any real resemblance.
I love that you had the question. Is like, wait, what do dogs look like? Oh my god.
No, but then I don't question what dogs look like. I'm questioning. Well, yeah, I don't know if they have whiskers. Some of them might. I think. I don't know.
Dogs
But the sea lions were adorable.
do have whiskers.
So one of the things we did this thing called Dine with Orcas.
Wait.
Because in the Florida park, they have a really cool restaurant where you can go and it's table service and it's inside of a giant aquarium where sharks swim up right next to you whenever you're eating. And I wanted something similar to that. And they didn't have that, but they had Dine with Orcas. And they advertise it. Yeah, they don't. Oh, okay. So they do have whiskers. Dogs
Yeah.
have whiskers.
They just-
this
I
just
guess-
in. Dogs have whiskers.
Yes,
Yeah.
I said that.
You said that?
I'm like, yes, they have whiskers.
Oh, I didn't hear you because Bio was interrupting you. I'm sorry.
I was.
Okay, so we did this thing called Dine with Orcas, and it on their website, it was like $50 a person, and It was like, enjoy a chef crafted meal. I'm pretty sure I'm quoting verbatim here. Chef crafted meal.
So you're saying if I put the website up after this?
Yes, yeah. I'll check it right now. I'll read it right now. This is as of today. This is on SeaWorld's website. This is their description of Dine with Orcas menu. Or, well, not the menu, but the description. Okay. Here we go. Let me pull it up. Enjoy an exquisite chef-crafted meal while experiencing a unique up-close presentation with SeaWorld San Diego's majestic orcas. Dine with Orcas is an hour-long dining offering that provides a behind-the-scenes exploration with our expert animal specialists. So when you go up to the chef-crafted meal, it is a buffet that features corn dog nuggets and cheese cubes.
Ew.
Who the fuck is the chef crafting this meal? Like, it felt like all of they had like peas and cubed carrots like you would get in like a elementary school lunch counter. I mean, to be fair, the food was fine. You don't go because the food's good. You go because you're sitting next to some orcas.
No.
And one of the things they were like,
for the seafood.
They're like, this is I don't remember. They all had like Hawaiian names, the orcas. I think they were Hawaiian.
I have a question.
They're
for you,
like, this is Lalani. She's 59, and orcas, they typically live from 50 to 60 years, so she might die today.
But did SeaWorld have good seafood?
I don't think we had seafood, actually. Now that you mention it, it was all land food at that buffet, as far as I can recall.
That's a problem.
Yeah, I think they gave all the fish to the fucking orcas, is probably why. Do you know they don't chew anything?
They just swallow.
Did you know that? They just swallow the thing whole.
Yes,
I didn't know that they
quitters.
did that. That's fucking crazy. And that's true also of dolphins, I think, and sea lions.
Crazy.
Like,
I mean, it makes sense though. Like, I mean,
what does an orca use its teeth for? Because they have teeth.
Killing.
But they can't. Okay,
people that want to
maybe.
kill it.
But I thought it was for mastication.
Maybe.
What
You
the
know?
hell is that?
Chewing.
Why didn't you just say that?
Because I'm talking.
Because he's a pretentious fuck.
No, because that's
why.
what they call it at the park.
Mastication?
Mastication, yeah. It's not the different massation that you're thinking of. They do that too.
Why would you put that on me?
I don't know. It's kind of what we're thinking, right?
We don't bring us into this, Bronson.
Do orcas use orcas use their teeth for masturbation? That's what we all want to know. I don't know if they do. But they were talking about like different studies they were doing with these orcas. They only have like 2. They were like, one of them is testing to see if they have pollutants in their breast milk. And then one of them had to do with radio signals. I don't remember all the stuff that they said.
They're experimenting on them in there?
I think what they should do, I think what could be
Cancel
fun.
SeaWorld.
Because,
Cancel
no,
it.
they're not experimenting on them. Jesus, not like that. I don't think. I hope not.
First,
If something comes
animals.
out, now here's the deal. If anything came out negative about SeaWorld in the coming weeks and months, obviously I rescind all of my statements about it being fun. I mean, it is, but it's bad. If it is, then it's bad. But right now, I like it.
May I just say,
I don't love anything that's bad for animals, okay? Just to make that clear.
Let's just cancel SeaWorld and let's cancel
Why?
Bronson.
Why?
One,
It's a fun park. They have roller coasters. Okay,
animals.
they had a show about BMX. They called it BMX Blast. It had nothing to do with animals. They had a show where everybody was dressed like they were from like the 90s, and it was stupid, and they all just played punk rock music, and they did like tricks, and they would try to like jump over people sitting in chairs, and it went wrong like 3 times, and they just were like they just didn't get enough momentum. And so they're like, hey, and then they would have to like get up and reset. And I'm like, why are we trying this?
So anyways, I'm just going to go
what
through
does this
my
have to do with this park?
I'm going to go through my list quickly of why we should cancel SeaWorld, and you by extension because you like it so much. 1,
let's do it.
They hold their animals prisoners of war. They find these animals. They find these animals battered and bruised from battle.
Okay, but
they capture them.
Here's what the other thing.
And then they imprison them.
They hold their animals just as prisoner as anyone who owns a dog in a city.
Yes, but that's different because
no, it's not.
So and then let me.
If anything, these orcas are smaller than your fucking dog.
Let me finish my list.
So if we
captured prisoners of war, 2.
They're not prisoners. What are you talking about?
2. Because you're not listening. I explained it.
I didn't
They
care.
find these animals battered and bruised from battle.
And they rehabilitate them.
And then they
That's
capture
their whole
them.
thing. It's called
They
SeaWorld
capture
Rescue.
them. They capture them. And then
To
they lock them.
rehabilitate them. Some of them are deemed not able to return to the wild. They're saving their lives.
And who's making that decision? Humans?
Biologists.
What do they know about animals? Do they know how the animals
Here's
feel?
the thing.
Or do they know what the animals think? Can they
Would
talk
you rather
to
they
animals?
suffer? Would you rather they suffer?
I would rather the animal does what the animal wants.
That's one thing they made abundantly clear. Whenever they were doing these shows, they're like, these animals don't do anything they don't want to do.
Sounds
so
like propaganda.
we're gonna, do this, but they might not do what they do what they want to do. And it's like, yeah, but they're gonna do it. They kind of always do. Like
because they've been brainwashed.
They enjoy treats. They give them herrings. They give them little fish.
This. It's like they've been psychologically programmed to do these things for food because these animals are starved, and the only way they can eat.
Okay, so what
is by performing for people.
What you have described is every person doing a job.
Oh no, yeah,
because we have to eat.
Yeah, but we
do things that we don't always feel like doing.
Bronson, your dedication to protecting SeaWorld is saddening my heart.
Here's the thing. They've saved 40,000 animals over 60 years. I don't know if that's a good number or not. We were talking about this. I'm like, 40,000 animals, that's like under 2 a day.
They could be saving people, Bronson.
Like 1.8 animals a day.
What about the people?
Well, that's not their job. That's what
See, they should be putting their efforts, their money.
But here's the thing.
People.
Here's the thing. If they're going to do that.
I had to work.
Here's the thing.
8 hours
I think
today?
that could be a fun park. Is whenever people break their leg, I want to start a park and get these people rehabilitated. And before we release them back into the wild, we have them do a dance. Say, now here, Bob, he broke his femur in a really bad truck accident. Yes. But now he can do the Cupid shop.
But then we let everyone know.
Yeah. And
they might not do it.
He may not do it. He may not feel like doing it today. Most of the time they live to about 80, but he's smoked so much in his lifetime. We're guessing he'll die within the month. Yeah. But anyway, you can eat next to him. What do you think that chef crafted meal would be? I think it depends on the person who's performing, really. But
wait, would people be divided up based on their occupation?
Yeah.
Like doctors versus dancers. I assume they will.
I assume doctors won't be going to this park. I think if something went wrong, they probably have good insurance.
No. Everyone goes to this park. Listen. Oh, okay. Do we only prey on the weak and vulnerable like these?
Well, that's what SeaWorld kind of does. They prey. Well, they don't prey. They're good people, I think. They take care of animals. This is what they've told me. And this. Oh wait, we stopped recording. The video stopped recording a while ago.
My bad.
Shit. Sorry, guys. We haven't been keeping track. This camera stops recording after about 30 minutes, so I don't know how long it's been recording for.
We will just put up a picture of SeaWorld during this entire discussion where you can see
nothing. Hey, guys, we're back. So anyway, SeaWorld. It was a fun park, and I know nothing. I think...
Bronson, you've given like 5 disclaimers already. I think...
What do you mean?
You're good. Of just saying, hey, it was fun, but in case they do anything bad...
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, no, I'm saying you've given like 5 of those disclaimers.
Am I on the second track? I just noticed I'm on the second track.
You're on the second track in the last few episodes too.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, it was a fun weekend. It was a good time. And actually, I have a friend who from college who works at San Diego Zoo. I later learned, and he's like, I'm moving soon. But if you want to come down to the safari park, because that's its own thing. There's a safari park that I really wanted to check out, but you can only do so many things in a weekend. It's basically a big property where they have a bunch of animals, and you go through like you're on a safari on like a big open air truck. And he's going to hook us up with tickets and potentially let us meet some animals. So I'm excited about that. That's going to be fun.
Am I included in that?
No.
So as an African, I just want to say...
You've been going on this diatribe about how bad zoos are.
So
sadly,
African,
you can't pet the giraffe pie.
Having a fake Africa in America is really problematic to me.
Why?
It's really problematic to me. It feels wrong. It's like
that is a good point that you've made, because whenever you go to the zoo, invariably the music they play at the entrance is kind of vaguely African music, and it's because they know that the big draw is the lion. I think is why, because I'm like, they don't play any other music for the various regions of the world that the other animals come from. It's always I don't know what kind of music it is, but it's some kind of African music.
They are appropriating African culture. Wait, so as an African, I just want to say that them having a safari is very
What is this accent?
It is my African accent.
This sounds French and a bad one.
No, I am African and I am talking like an
You
African.
actually, okay.
So
you grew up in Sierra Leone. I don't know if that episode's making it to air, but yeah, you grew up in Africa.
Yeah, I actually grew up in Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
No, but I'm joking. I would love to see the safari though. That sounds cool.
I'll see if I can get a third ticket.
It's like, I mean, just let me know when you're going up. I can get my own ticket.
Okay. It's in a few
We can
weeks.
plan this after the podcast.
We'll figure it out.
Like,
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
We're just sit here and like just plan out.
I don't want the stalker fans to come and find us.
Find us. We are going to be at the safari July 17th. Exactly at what time? 7:00. Wait, no, that's not realistic. 2:00 in the afternoon. We are going to be by the entrance. We are going to be dressed in all blue. Look for us.
That sounds about accurate, but it's not. But no, I'm excited to go back. And San Diego was fun. And then we also stopped off in a really cool little town on the way back that I really want to revisit. But
Gasoline Town.
Huh?
Gasoline Town.
What do you mean?
What John said?
No. He was talking about the gas lamp district in San Diego.
Oh, okay.
That's a very cool neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah. There was a Padres game going on whenever we were driving through.
A pod?
Don't mess with that. I hear it. Padres is their baseball team. It was cool.
No. Do you know where my mind went and
What'd
why
you say?
I questioned?
What?
I heard pod racing. And I'm like,
oh yeah.
I'm like, Star Wars?
They had a pod race. That would be, I would like that to be their new team name.
I was like, wait, how did they do pod racing?
They had, so I learned Little Italy in San Diego is the biggest Little Italy in the United States. And we went and got some muy bene. Is that how you say it? Molto bene? I don't know. John's our resident Italian. Is that correct?
He's a bad Italian.
Molto bene.
I don't
With the
know
pasta.
enough. I mean, that sounds
Italian.
right. That sounds right, but I don't have the authority to say it. That's correct on the internet. So
It was very good. It was a good pasta.
Hey,
it was so good.
Better than Cafe Gazelle.
You can't do that.
I learned it from Italians. They do this.
You can't.
I watched the Growing Up Italian podcast. I fucking love that podcast. Have you watched it? It's so good.
I'm saying that now we should cancel him for
Let's cancel Bronson.
SeaWorld.
You know what? You know who else loved SeaWorld? Everyone who was at SeaWorld. Because it was a lot of families. It was good, wholesome entertainment. In this dark, cynical world, seeing some pretty cowfish do some flips.
Wow, not you
warms
calling
my
sea animals
heart.
cows.
They look like it. They have splotches like Frisians.
You have just said so many cancelable things, John.
Actually, the sea cow is the manatee. They didn't. I don't think they had manatees at this park. But no, it was a good time. Excited to eventually go back.
Okay, cool.
I want to give it time. I want to keep the magic alive. They have a Christmas event that I might go to.
San Diego is really, really cool. They have like really cool. Do you know what a place I would like to go in San Diego is?
Where?
Like they have. Gosh, I cannot.
Balboa Park is very fun. We went there. Balboa Park, they have an entire Japanese garden.
You should go to the Gaslamp District.
Gaslamp District, I want to go really visit because I didn't get a chance to. I think we were both just exhausted. We got up super early that morning to go to the zoo because Ian didn't want to stay for 2 days. We stayed in a dump of a hotel. I will not name them. They know what they did.
Was it the Margaritaville? I'll believe it.
No, I wish it was, man. It was in the outskirts.
That was pretty good. I was there a couple
yeah, I bet it was. I would love to stay at the Margaritaville. I love Jimmy Buffett's
Jimmy Buffett was just on the aux the entire time, just in the background. It was a little like weird.
Oh, the place that I want to go to in San Diego is the Salk Institute for
What did you say? The Suck Institute? What?
Salk. SALK.
Salk.
Salk. That's not
like Jonas Salk.
Yeah.
Institute for Biological Studies. The architecture is really, really cool, and I would really like to see that.
It's an institute for biological studies.
Yes.
Is it even open to the public? It sounds like it's for scientists.
It is. I don't want to go inside. It's just like the architecture.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
What's so great about this place? You hate Brutalism.
I know, but like this is
That's really cool
the
looking.
fact that you just understood that was Brutalism, and the fact that you
Yeah,
know that
because I
hate
love
it.
Brutalism, and I know that we've talked about this. Brutalism's the fucking shit.
It's ugly, but this
It's
was
cool.
This is the only. This is how you.
John,
could
what do you think about Brutalist architecture? Do you know much about it?
I feel like it's
like
it's very I don't feel like
cool.
it's very creative. Brutalist
no, it's disgusting to look at. It's an eyesore.
I think
there's a reason why
I do
we
find value in it,
associate
though.
brutalism
I was in
with
it,
fascism.
I was in sort of a brutalist like very like metallic feeling apartment in college.
Okay.
Where like there was like a wire staircase going through. It was a very nice apartment, but like the walls were concrete and gray and not painted.
That's cool.
But it was almost like an
Drab.
accent because then there were painted walls and there
Right.
was normal parts of the apartment, but then
Yeah.
just a giant concrete column and it had like a weird slant to it. And like I don't know, I feel like sometimes it gives an excuse for some hard angles and weird looking.
Yeah.
Like our apartment was just a weird shape and size, and it's like they could get away with it because of brutalism is like it's what I'm thinking, right? Where it's it's just
It's
sort of grays,
Concrete.
and
I think it was started in like Soviet Union.
Yeah, it's almost it's almost like functionalism. Have you
Yeah.
ever heard of that?
I think so.
Where it's like whatever gets the job done, essentially.
It's very common in like 1970s depictions of the future.
Yeah.
It looked kind of futuristic.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
if you see like A Clockwork Orange, a lot of the architecture in that movie is brutalist.
Yeah. Have you seen Dredd, the new Dredd with Carl Urban? Well,
No.
it's not new
it
anymore.
has Lena.
There's a
Not Lena
Lena
Dunham.
Lena Dunham.
from Game of Thrones, the actress Cersei.
Oh
Lena-
yeah,
Lena
she is in
Headey?
it. She's
Lena-
fucking
Lena Headey,
sick
yeah,
in it. She's the
so
villain.
cool in it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a good
she's
movie. I
amazing.
recommend.
Oh,
But
shit.
yeah, no, that movie. There's like it all takes place in this mega city one, which is like this giant city that stretches from DC to Boston after
Oh,
a
wow.
nuclear war. And so basically, like the remainder, like the lore behind it is that like the survivors just built this giant city and safe zone that slowly like expands out, and it's just like this huge underground of crime, and the officers have to be judge. What do you say? What judge, jury, and executioner? Essentially,
right.
Essentially on the scene. And like they go into these giant complexes, like the one they go to in the movie is called Peach Trees, and it's just this giant column that goes high into the air, and it fits 15,000 people in it, and it's just this giant concrete like
That sounds awesome.
tower. It's a great movie. It's a very good movie.
I really want to see this.
Yeah,
We should
Carl
definitely
Urban
watch
is in it.
Just Dredd.
I'll add this to my letterbox.
Dude. No. The way it starts is insane.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
We might
Just
actually see it.
I'm convinced I will see this.
Yeah,
film.
we will see this.
Okay, we'll
Yeah,
save
yeah.
it for next time.
But brutalism.
Brutalism. Let me tell you why I
It's-
hate brutalism.
Why?
It was started by the Swedish.
It was started by the Swedish.
Yes.
That sounds
Accurate.
yeah. There's a lot of just unhappiness, I think, in Sweden. Like, look at all their media. It's a cold place that's
cold.
very clean and precise and clinical, and it doesn't surprise me.
No, we don't hate the Swedes. They're good.
No. I'm not saying that. I love Swedes. I just think they're depressed. I think that they have a lot of
More or
crime.
less than
A lot of their media is about their crime. Like their TV shows are about criminal. Like the girl in the dragon tattoo, or the girl with the dragon tattoo. That is, I've only seen the American one, but that is a fucking dark story.
I mean, we have some dark stories here.
I
too.
know, but it's even darker because it's cold and gray there.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just
Anyways,
the way they shot
back
it.
to brutalism.
Brutalism.
And this
I fucking
Swedish
love
did
it.
to the world. Here's why I hate it. One, it's ugly. I like pretty things, and whenever I look at brutalist architecture, I want to gouge my eyes
Then
out.
why the fuck do you want to go to the Salk Center?
Because it's really pretty. Okay, I will explain that.
Okay.
So I feel like, and okay, so I'm part of it is that I'm over exaggerating here a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't hate brutalism that much. I think it can be beautiful.
Yeah.
I think there's something, especially like eco brutalism, when like the harsh sort of gray concrete is mixed with like just greenery and nature. I think that's like such a beautiful contrast, and it could be really beautiful. I just think the way brutalism has been used has just been either really, really pretentious,
Yeah.
really, really uninspired and really just boring and ugly. And I think that's it. It's just been used to look ugly. And part of it is like I also hate the philosophy of brutalism that a lot of brutalist architects talk about, and the idea of like, oh, it's functional and it's not fussy, and we should do away with ornamentation when it comes to architecture. I think ornamentation is in architecture. The reason why we do it is because we want the places we live and spend the most time in to be beautiful, because psychologically it helps us.
I wonder if brutalist architects were all bachelors.
I don't know, but
like,
so
you know,
so the idea that like, but also it's the idea that like, think about all the most beautiful places that are built. They're places of power, like, and I subscribe to the philosophy of we should not take away beautiful buildings because it's a symbol of the elite. We should build beautiful buildings. That's a sentence. We should build beautiful buildings for the commoners. Think about Grand Central Station. Yeah. That is a beautiful station that the average person gets to use.
How awesome is that?
That's building? Awesome. I feel like that's a better use.
That's a Beaux-Arts.
Yeah, that's a better way to get rid of the elitism in architecture, is to make it available to the public. So it doesn't have to just be palaces and like state buildings that are beautiful and built with ornamentation, but it's places like libraries and train station that people use, and they get to be surrounded by that beauty.
I'm going to present you with a buy argument, which is why would you think it's not beautiful? Beauty comes in all shapes and sizes.
Yes, but
to say that brutalism is not beautiful is a little bit elitist.
One of the first things I said I
think concrete is beautiful because it can be shaped into anything.
Bronson,
what?
That's a very good buy argument, and it's one that does not work because the first thing I said was brutalism can be beautiful. I just feel like it's not been used to emphasize its beauty. Yeah. I think the architects, because their philosophy is trying to strip away ornamentation, have just been creating boxes, concrete boxes, with no, and it's like that's why I like the Salk Institute so much. The way they build that building to like perfectly align with the sunset is so cool.
It is cool,
and I think that's beautiful.
That's cool.
But I feel like the vast majority of brutalism does not do that.
Yeah.
But I love pretty things.
Today I went to the oldest McDonald's in the world because it's Memorial Day, and I thought, you know what?
What's more American than McDonald's?
Nothing. Not a goddamn thing, okay? Nothing is more American than McDonald's. Nothing is more globally significant from our culture than McDonald's. And I learned that we have the privilege of living less than 40 minutes away from the original fucking McDonald's. It's in Downey, California.
Boom.
So I took a pilgrimage to the original McDonald's today. And
how was it, brother?
It was a dump. It was, I mean, okay.
It was I don't think.
More American
I don't think.
What? What was it?
It was not great. I don't think that
Let's make McDonald's great again.
Here's the thing. It would have been nice if it was clean. I think whoever was working there hadn't made their rounds yet of sweeping and cleaning up food stuffs, but it was overall kind of depressing. It didn't help that when I showed up, there was a bunch of cops outside. Like, there were at least 6 cop cars in front of the McDonald's, so it did put a damper on it, and I think maybe there was just some fender bender, but it could have been any number of things. I don't know. But I showed up. It was interesting because they had like this funky awning entrance that kind of reminded me of like the old Dairy Queen or Brewster's kind of. I don't know if Brewster's is a nationwide thing, but they have them one here. They have one on La Brea. Yeah, Brewster's. Look it up. And it's like they don't have an indoor area. You just walk up to the outside window. But then they also had a little seating area with some old memorabilia from the classic McDonald's stuff. Like they had a sandwich called a McDLT where they had a real concern in the 80s, I think, of how do we put tomato and lettuce onto a sandwich without the lettuce and tomato getting soggy and the sandwich staying warm. Because you know what I mean? So they created essentially a Frankenbox that had a little connecting bridge in the middle, and you'd keep your vegetables in one side and your burger in the other, and whenever you were ready to eat it. But like whenever you're eating McDonald's, you kind of eat it right away. So I don't understand why that, and maybe that's why it doesn't exist anymore. But they had like all their original iconography, and they had 100,000 photos of Ray Kroc who didn't even found the company. He basically just created it as an empire. Like he bought the company from the McDonald brothers that started it.
I've seen the founder.
I haven't, but I learned all this at the museum.
Yeah, you could have learned all this too if you watched the movie.
I know, but I wanted to go to
See?
the real place.
Movies.
I wanted to go to the real
educate the
place.
public.
I learned that the McDonald's logo has changed many times over the years. It used to look more like kind of like, okay, like this. Like it wasn't, they didn't have a single M. It was like that.
Two
and there was a
M's.
cross in the middle, which I don't know why. I didn't read them. I wasn't there for very long. But they had this nightmarish character that had a crescent moon face. And I think it was their character that they created to allure people into thinking of going to McDonald's at night for dinner as a fancy thing. So they created a crescent moon face horror in a suit. And
You know, here's the thing.
it was interesting.
They succeeded because I feel like a lot of people go to McDonald's at night.
I want McDonald's after this. I kind of want to go.
Let's do it.
You want to? I could go for like some fries.
Yeah, I could get like a milkshake.
Yeah, we had dinner already, but I kind of want some.
Okay, so that was fascinating.
McDonald's. If they wanted to
It's kind
sponsor
of
the
sad
show,
though. If that's sad that like the original
there's
one is
here's
so dumb.
you know what the best day ever is getting McDonald's in the morning and then going to SeaWorld. Like, there's not a better way to start your day than to get McDonald's, because I think they even advertise
I have a
SeaWorld
better
at
way
some
to start my
McDonald's.
mornings.
They have little ads in the drive-thru, so you can go to SeaWorld.
That's not the perfect day. Is you wake up at noon, you go get McDonald's.
You're gonna have a morning.
No, you wake up at noon, you go get McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
You maybe take a shot of
But
tequila
then
to get rid of.
you can't get the breakfast.
Yes, you can.
No, I don't think they do
Okay,
that
so you wake up
anymore.
at 11:30, go to
10:30.
McDonald's. Why are they making it so early?
It
Jesus
never
Christ.
wasn't that early.
So, and then you get McDonald's, and then you eat it in bed, and then you go back to sleep, and then you wake up around like 3-ish o'clock, have food, take a shot, shower, start texting people to make plans for the night, go out to the club for like 5 hours, meet a bunch of new people, make friends, get wasted.
Do you think
And
they do
then go
anything
to
for Pride
McDonald's.
Month? Does McDonald's do anything for Pride Month?
No, they don't like the gays.
No.
No, I'm
Damn.
kidding. I'm making that up. I don't know. But yeah, and then you get wasted, and then you get McDonald's.
Yeah.
McDonald's is so good when you're either drunk or hungover.
Yeah.
John, thoughts? As someone who's frequently hungover?
What?
I'm joking.
As an
Wow.
alcoholic, do you
As
like
an alcoholic, John.
As an alcoholic, yeah, dude, there's nothing like large McDonald's fries at
Fucking
the end of
good.
a long night.
We are joking. John
You
is
are
not.
hammer drunk
No.
and you just kill a
Oh,
large
you
fry.
like you literally like I feel like you smell
Oh,
smell
dude.
the burger in like you're just like a whoo, and then
yeah,
you just
and you
in
know
one
it's
go.
disgusting and you do not care.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is McDonald's is the official. I feel like you go to McDonald's either when you're really drunk
It's-
or
well,
you're planning
the two,
to be.
The two things that don't count when you're drunk are McDonald's and
sex.
cigarettes. No, cigarettes.
Yeah, calories don't add up.
Cigarettes.
And the lungs are not affected.
That's
No.
true.
That's it. That's what I've heard.
No,
Now-
I feel like
drunk cigs don't
McDonald's-
count. Have you ever
Yeah,
heard that?
drunk cigs. Yeah, no. Drunk
I don't
cigs
think that's
count.
medical advice we should
No.
tell the people, but you know.
Drunk cigs don't count. Everyone knows this.
Is there anything
Yeah.
else we wanted to talk about tonight?
Can you actually can you just give me a couple bumpers? Can you just get a couple catchphrases real quick that I can edit in
Like what?
between like what he just did essentially? Well,
Okay.
that's all, folks. Like just like
That's
do
all she
do a
wrote.
couple of those, you know, just
Okay.
off the top. Like-
Coming up next, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's good. Keep going. Yeah. It's only your job.
Next on
Up
speculating
next
about
on the thing. Fuck.
next on speculating about nonsense.
There you go.
Coming up next on the podcast.
Speculation about nonsense.
Coming up on
Yeah.
speculation about nonsense.
Can you-
Speculating
can you
about
give me
nonsense.
More speculation, more nonsense.
Can
More
you give me a
speculating, more
now
nonsense.
now in theaters?
Huh?
Now in theaters.
I need a little bit more seriousness.
Now in
that
theaters.
by. Yeah, that's better, but more energy now.
Now in theaters.
Okay, too much.
Now in theaters.
Could you
Now
do it
in
like?
theaters.
Could you do it as if you are a mother and you just lost your second child in childbirth? Not the first one, the second one in childbirth. Can you bring
now
that
in
energy
theaters.
one more time?
Now in theaters. Because you're a little sad, but they're not the
Sorry, what did
forced-
you want me to say?
Can you?
Sorry, I just lost my second
let
child.
me rephrase that. Could you do?
But it's just the second one. It doesn't matter.
Can you give me a just a finale kind of bumper? Just end the podcast
Ta-da!
in a general way. But could you do it as if you're an elephant in the circus, and it's been years, and the only way you get fed is if you do the humans' tricks, and you know that tonight you can get him. He turns his back during one part of the show, and you can knock him to the ground, and you know that you all you got to do is just kind of lay on him, and he's done. He's done, and they'll probably kill you.
Who?
They'll probably kill you, but
Lay on who?
huh?
Lay on who?
The human that's kept
Bronson,
captive.
are you
this
not
entire
keeping
time.
up? Keep
No.
up.
And so just basically answer it as if you're a tortured, insane circus elephant.
That's it. I don't know. Is that how they would do it?
I don't know.
I think
was
you
trying
need
do
to
a
be-
bit.
wait,
I was
wait,
trying to do a
You
bit.
need to be more broken, John.
My thighs are fucking big.
Yeah.
This is not a great look.
Now you
This
feel
is a
how I
raggedy
feel.
T-shirt. I've been sitting like this.
So
Yeah.
basically, what John was saying is he wants you to be more broken,
Yeah, could
like
you
like
do a little
a
bit more
elephant
broken?
circus. Think about the animals in SeaWorld.
It's hard to.
Wow,
Yeah,
you
because
cannot
Bronson would
empathize
just be
with animals.
Bronson would be sitting in the circus, just like, wow, this is a good show.
It's a good show.
This is a good. I
I
got my
would
money's worth.
love to go see a circus. Do they have any
Dude,
coming through
they
here?
are terrible.
They
so
sound
bad.
fun. I've seen Dumbo. It looks
Most
cool.
of them are like now illegal or something.
Are they?
Yeah, like
I've
a
seen
lot
circuses in
Or at
mall
least
parking lots.
they can't use like animals, or like they have to be very very careful with how they use animals.
Here's
They
the
used
here's the
to-
problem with circus monkeys, at least, is that they respond best to pain. So
That's not good.
in terms of how they're trained,
Are they monkeys or apes? Do they have
if
chimps?
they have a tail, they're monkeys.
They're monkeys.
If they don't have a tail,
I
they're-
learned that at the San Diego Zoo, actually. Tails are monkeys, non-tails are apes.
That might be the only thing that the San Diego Zoo is good for.
They taught me...
Did they have a kingdom?
What? The
The
animal
apes.
kingdom.
Anyway,
No, the apes. Did they have a kingdom
Oh,
of
no.
the planet?
I honestly
of apes?
skipped the chimp and gorilla exhibits because the movie's out, and so why watch more of the same content? You know?
Just
There's
in,
plenty of apes and
Bronson
gorillas
thinks
on
all
movie
apes
posters
and
right now.
gorillas look the same.
No.
Typical from someone who likes SeaWorld.
They have them at the LA Zoo, so like why? It's a big damn zoo. The San Diego Zoo it takes ages to walk through the whole thing. So I'm like, if I can just skip that section, I will, because I can get it here. You know?
All animals deserve to be loved and appreciated.
Yeah, no, those are the good ones. Those are like part on the list of the animals that are worth having at a zoo, I think.
Gorillas.
The gorillas. Yeah. They're kind of gross though. They look like they're just kind of fat and they just, I don't know. Like orangutans are gross. They just look like me.
All animals.
I look like an orangutan. It's like, how are these fuckers healthy? If I'm being told that I gotta go on a diet, this is fine for them.
Yes.
They just they all have saggy tits.
Because
They're just
listen,
gross.
they have something you will never understand.
What?
Inner beauty.
And with that, thank you for listening to Speculation About Nonsense. Goodbye.
Yeah, the difference between Bronson and orangutan is that
Yes.
orangutans have inner beauty.
Yes. Goodbye.